Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me here this morning. It feels very special to be able to talk on sustainable development and partnership on the morning of the opening of the Rio+20 conference. 40 years ago we had the first ever global conference on environment in Stockholm. Still you see the references in many international documents, whereas at the Stockholm conference and so on. It was a historic conference. It was not only the first one. Indira Gandhi made a great speech, which has been quoted over and over and over again, when she said that poverty is the worst pollution. It was the first international conference where China was participating as a full delegate to the conference. And I meet still Chinese negotiator when I do climate negotiating that was present in Stockholm 1972. So was our king. He was there as a crown prince, and he was also present at the first Rio conference, which gave us many things, and he's present here. And I think this is the kind of people we meet who've been working with these issues for decades, like you and many of you, and have a real true passion for these issues and see the absolute need of action. And that is one of the beauties of going to a UN conference, to be able to meet and to discuss and to get support and dialogue around all these questions that are so extremely important. Stockholm Conference put in place a generational perspective, which I think we still have a lot of use for. It identified the crucial role of development, and it laid out the global environment agenda and created the UN Environmental Programme. So that is the legacy of the Stockholm Conference. At our anniversary in Stockholm a couple of weeks ago, we had more than 700 people in there. We had more than 70 governments. We had 40 plus ministers. And it will be handed out the conclusion from the Stockholm Conference, where you can find some of the historic moments described, but also the Stockholm Call for Action, because we wanted to support the UN conference and the government of Brazil by gathering these people and create a call for action to get impetus in the preparations and in the process. On partnership, I think it is, I always mention energy actually. And I think because I negotiated myself the third energy market package for the European Union and the climate package for the European Union as a member of the European Parliament. And where to describe, because I think that one of the legacies of what the world will remember from this conference is that we were able to put in place the first decision on SDGs. And to start processes like this is so important in the global community. And compare how the Agenda 21 from the last Rio conference, how it has influenced local communities in all countries over the world and our way of looking at environmental issues. And I think this is extremely important. We organized the Stockholm Conference with roundtables and the stakeholders from civil society were maybe the most important group of participants. Industry, of course, politicians, but science. Also to base our action on science, I think, is so important to get things done. I think another area where SDGs will be really important, apart from energy as a very good example, is water. Water, where you find is, of course, in fighting poverty, the right to clean water is extremely important, but it's also from an environmental point of view one of the bases of the ecosystems that we have, one of the most valuable ecosystem services that we have globally. So from an environmental point of view, it's of course of utmost importance, but also from an economic point of view. You cannot have an industry if you haven't access to clean water for the industrial, clean water for the industrial processes. So this is the sort of three-corner, three-pillar area that I do hope that we manage to get in place. Once we have the decision to do it and the process how to do it, we need to start action on the SDGs already on Monday. Because we have to finish this in just a couple of years. 2015 is so close, so close. And we know that there are, from negotiating the outcome document, we all know that there are different views on these topics from different parts of the world and different countries. And to agree on this and get good SDGs in place with themes and targets and where you can really see who is doing what and who is avoiding their responsibility from the different governments. We need to have a dedicated structure of the SDGs later on. And to do this in a transparent process, in dialogue with all the different countries, will be so interesting. But we need to set the world record in working on this. As I said, less than 3 years, 2.5 years until we have to have them up and running to avoid a gap between the MDGs and what we have to take care of what's not been done. I hope that the UN, that the MDGs are fulfilled, all of them. That's my dream. If not, they have to be incorporated, or the rest has to be incorporated as well. And 2.5 years to do this will mean that we all have to be extremely dedicated, fast and efficient, and also look each other into the eye and in a true partnership collaborate on how we get this in place. And it's always nice to participate in discussions and in teamwork with dedicated people, and this will be our collective partnership world record in putting things in place. And if Colombia could manage to get us all on board to take the decision just from the idea was raised during autumn, we should be able to keep the same pace as Colombia and demonstrated on the SDGs. And that is what I now will dedicate my time to. Thank you very much.